turn on your notification bell. You will still get those information you are looking for.
You can run, but can't hide. Abiola family fires at Mustafa, saying he is responsible for the death of their mother, Kudirat. And so the family or children of pro-democracy campaigner led Alhaja Kudirat Abiola, they have said they will maintain their stance. Said they will not budge and they will never swear. They will never be moved by any propaganda or any blackmail or intimidation of any sort. In their stance, yes, that Major Hamza al-Mustafa killed their mother. The family said, that is it. There's no going back. Their stance, they will maintain it. The ground, they said, look, we're not shifting any ground. You killed our mother. Talking about Major Hamza al-Mustafa. Yes. And so, he is the former CSO to Sani Abacha. The former CSO, Chief Security Officer to Sani Abacha. And during their days, or some people refer to it as the dark days, and we don't even know which one is darker. Is it this one now? Or the other one is darker? Or Abacha regime is darker, or Buhari one is darker? We don't know the one that is even darker now. But it's often referred as dark ages in the country. So Major Hamza al-Mustafa then was everywhere on the news. Yes, like Malami now, who is doing everything and moving from pillar to post and causing confusion and commotion and with impunity, disobeying directive of courts. That's what this man was doing that time, Major Hamza al-Mustafa. And so now he's running an election. He said he's running for the president of Nigeria, the office of the president. And we say, this office of the president, you have ridiculed it. Yes, Nigerian president, the office is in, they have ridiculed it in many ways. Alright? And so, he's running for the president. He is trying to, to disassociate himself from many things evil they committed while in power. Power is transient. It doesn't last. No matter what, at one point, at a time, you must relinquish, step aside, or abdicate. You must certainly leave power, and power must certainly leave you at one time in this life. It's either by death or any other means. And so, but they felt that it is something that remains permanent and forever, and they were doing a lot of things with impunity. Now he's trying to, dissociate himself and, claim innocence of the death of that, pro-democracy activist. Yes. And so, but the family said, you can run, but you cannot hide. We know what you did. Talking about Rogers, Sergeant Rogers, who killed Kudirat. And the family said, look, you ordered that Rogers to kill our mother. We know he came and testified. I don't put a panel, but he was not, someone ordered him. He didn't do that on his own accord. He was ordered by someone. And look, the family released a statement. Yes, and we have to read the statement. The statement was released through KlLLED Abiola on behalf of the Kudirat's children. And that statement read, I quote, our attention has been drawn to a recent statement made by Major Hamza al-Mustafa. In it, he accused the current Vice President, Professor Yemi Osinbajo, SAN, of instigating Sergeant Rogers to falsely claim that he, al-Mustafa, was behind the assassination of our mother, Alhaja Kudirat Abiola. First of all, we all watched the proceedings of the Pluto panel where Sergeant Rogers freely stated that he assassinated our mother and attempted to murder Senator Abraham Adesanya and Chief Alex Ibro, late publisher of the Guardian newspaper, based on the instructions given to him by Major al-Mustafa. The evidence of Sergeant Rogers was not challenged by al-Mustafa and his lawyers at the Oputa panel. Second, the Lagos High Court convicted and sentenced the armed agents of al-Mustafa to imprisonment for the attempted murder of Senator Abraham Adesanya. Third, the Lagos State High Court also convicted and sentenced Al-Mustafa and his accomplices to death for the cold-blooded murder of Ahmad. Their subsequent acquittal by the Court of Appeal was most likely politically motivated. The appeal filed against the judgment is currently pending at the Supreme Court. However, Al-Mustafa may be counting on the pervasive culture of impunity in Nigeria to not only attempt to deny his dastardly role in the assassination of a defenseless woman, but to also now contemplate running for office along with Muhammad Abacha, who was allegedly to have provided his driver to convey the assassins to carry out the mission. Impunity lays waste to the promise of the democracy for which our dear mother paid the ultimate price. As those that oversaw her assassination now seek to rewrite the history of what they did, we are forced to seek justice for her beloved mother within a jurisdiction not susceptible to the political games that hold sway in Nigeria. End of quote. Yes. So see what the children are saying. This is very important. They said, I quote again, they said, as those that oversaw assassination now seek to rewrite the history of what they did, said, we are forced to seek justice for our beloved mother within a jurisdiction not susceptible to the political games that hold sway in Nigeria. You've seen it. Within a jurisdiction not susceptible to the political games that hold sway in Nigeria. So look at, that is what we're saying. That's the court they're talking about. That's the court of law in Nigeria. That the executive has cornered to their own side. It is in their kitty. They have put it in their handbag or their briefcase. So whenever anybody tries, look at what happened at the appeal court. Talk about the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and the federal government. The judgment came by surprise to them. They were fogged. All right. So, and you have seen what they have been doing since that, judgment. They have been trying to scuttle the justice. They have been moving around to see if there's any way. And of course, they have done that initially by bringing that fraudulent stay of execution, which was granted by the notorious, the judges, notorious judges, after they have transferred or posted out those people that presided over the matter, that discharged Onyendu and acquitted him as well. After transferring them or posting them out to Imo, Anambra, and the Gombe states, respectively, they now brought in their own people. They've used them to scuttle justice. All right. And so that is what the family is saying. So they're not interested in Nigerian courts. So Major Hamza Al-Mustafa, the family said, you killed Ahmad. There's nothing you can do to deny that fact. It is there. And so